good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, wherever you may be. My name is Mwada Jovita Chinyere, and I am here with the two gentlemen by my right side to discuss to discuss the arising issues or challenges in Nigeria. And the two able young men here with me by my right side is Reverend Father Smart Wosu. Father, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And by my left is Mazi Joel Oguchi. Mazi, you are also welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, I want to start with Reverend Father Smart. Father, we know that in Nigeria today, we are talking about 2023 presidency, but we can see the insecurity, the level of insecurity that is rising in Nigeria. Now, how do you describe the level of insecurity to Nigeria as a democratic country, and whereby people are expecting 2023 presidency?
Thank you very much. Basically, it is no longer news that there is insecurity in Nigeria. And I want to speak as a Catholic priest who is concerned for the security of the people of God, Catholics and non-Catholics, those in this part of the world, southern Nigeria or southeast Nigeria, also known as Biafra land, and also for those who are not in this part of the world. Nigeria is an insecure country. That is not an understatement. Nigeria is no longer secure. It is something that has been there, but in the last few months, insecurity in Nigeria has taken a threatening dimension. I know that we in the Catholic Church tried to make the federal government know that she should be proactive in fighting against elements that will make the lives of Nigerians insecure. But the events, especially from from March 2020, at the beginning of the pandemic, the security reports in all parts of Nigeria has shown that Nigeria has broken down security-wise. It is no longer surprising, it's not surprising that the Catholic bishops of Nigeria rose and issued a statement, unlike the church. When the church tells you to defend yourself, then you know that something serious is in the offing. The church is accommodating. The church tries to bring things to a situation where there will be brotherly love among the people. But when the same church tells you to defend yourself, then you have to know that there is problem in the land. Well, in the past, the church had tried to talk to the federal government under Buhari, but there has not been any positive result. Rather, things get from bad to worse. So insecurity basically is not new in the Nigerian lexicon. But I want to take it from a dimension. And that dimension is that this insecurity eventually boils down to the activity of a people, the activity of a section of the country, the activity of a group of individuals. Of course, we may want to be politically correct by saying that there are contributing factors to insecurity in Nigeria. But if truth be told, the idea that there is an agenda to dominate some people in Nigeria is at the root of insecurity in Nigeria. And because of that, those who love security, those who love their existence as human beings, have to stand up to the challenge of securing their life. We're no longer talking about what elections or what elections to hold and elections not to hold. 2023 is not the issue at the moment. I think the burning issue is the fact that a group of Nigerians want to dominate the others. And the indigenous people of Biafra, under the leadership of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, has in the past been hammering on this. It is a bit unfortunate that the people who should have known better are beginning to understand. But the Igbo will say, mgbe onye ji tete bụ ụtụtụ ya ma ọ bụ ọdụla ya. Maka ifi ya, for that reason, I will want to commend everybody who has risen to the challenge of protecting the life and the properties of the people. Insecurity took another turn just about a week ago in Enugu, when unarmed people who were gathered in a place to pray and exercise were invaded by men in uniform and shot down in dozens.
Okay, thank you, Father. We will come to that. We will come to that. Mazi Joe, do you think that these killings is no longer killings, but it's genocide and programs that are being committed in Nigeria? Do you see it as an impending doom or a challenge to 2023 presidency?
Welcome. My name is Joel Rawish. The insecurity in Nigeria did not come to me as a surprise, because I know the type of people that we're living together with. I've been saying this thing always. Living with a Fulani man is like living with a terrorist in your midst. Because Fulani man believe always that what he wants is to dominate and to kill fellow human being without any provocation. That is what he believes in life. He don't believe in any other thing, and he don't accommodate any other person that does not believe in what he believes. And for that, you know that since somebody does not accommodate any person who does not believe in what he believes, it means that that person see any other person that is moving around him as an enemy. That's why they are always alert. They are always ready to war and for one thing or the other, because that is the only what they have in their score, to kill and to maim. So now, bringing it close to us here, we Biafrans, because we are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. I'm a Biafran, I'm not a Nigerian. So bringing it close here to us, the problem we have is that some people that are living, some of us, some people that are called themselves Biafrans, but they still don't understand the type of people that we are living together with. That's why they are just seeing it as just a mere joke. But they don't know that these people are mean to do that is to dominate. And if they see that they cannot dominate you, what the next thing they will do is to kill you, to make sure that they take over what belongs to you. And know that these Fulani people, they believe that they have a remit. But we Igbo people does not believe that we have a remit, because we believe that whatever any person do here on earth, whatever even white man did, we must do it better. But Fulani people does not believe in such a thing. They believe that only that they will just use what other people, that is, now they say, they say they believe in Boko Haram. Boko Haram, according to them, means war against Western education. But the same people will go and buy vehicle produced by Western people. They will still buy aeroplane produced by Western people. They will still and use many things produced by the same people that they reject their education. Now, tell me, this type of people, how can you live together with this type of people? Then you will have a peace within your environment. There is no how we have a peace. So what I'm trying to say is this: these people, there is no how we can live together with these people and have a peace. That's why we are talking about separation, so that everybody will go to his own separate way.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Father, as the issue of insecurity is boiling in Nigeria, are you surprised that our political gladiators and political aspirants are not interested about this security? Instead, they are fighting against who will be who will produce the next president. Are this likely the type of people that we really need at this point in time? Instead of them talking about how to handle insecurity, how to make people to be peaceful. If people have decided, let's go on our separate ways, instead of them to come out to be talking about that, especially the church, because I want you to be hammering on the church, because you are an ordained priest of God. So why are they not backing up the people in talking about people going about their separate ways or how to handle insecurity in Nigeria?
Thank you, moderator. I want to redirect this question by giving my own definition of the political class in Nigeria. That term, political class, is a bit bogus because when you talk about the political class in Biafra land, political class in Southeast or Igbo political class, who are you really talking about? Are you talking about the governors of the Igbo state or the South state or the Biafra? Are you talking about the members of the National Assembly? Are you even talking about that special assistant to a local government councillor? Now I want to put the narrative straight. People live according to what they think they will benefit. And that is why it is good at this time to change the narrative for a number of our people. I have been in meetings where those you call the leaders of Nigeria will also speak on national television and say that the leaders of Nigeria are not doing what they are supposed to do. And the people at the grassroots will be confused and will be asking, who really are the leaders of Nigeria? Now, there are people in our country, in our part of the country, that we should really call the political class. For me, I hold responsible those who occupy the position of governors, those in the National Assembly and the State Assembly. Of course, the range can continue, but there are really people that are directly in charge of our security. It is clear from the so-called Constitution of Nigeria that the chief security officer of a state is the state governor. And when I look at Nigeria, or I look at this contraption, and look at what people refer to as political class, and then I pity our people who even do not slightly understand what the political class is meant to be. So, back to your question. People are clamoring for a lot of things. In Anambra State, for instance, there will be state elections in a few months. In the larger country, there will be the 2023 presidency. And it's very laughable when people talk about 2023 and talk about the Igbo man is a thing to laugh about. It's unfortunate that people who should know better are either ignorant or pretending. If people actually know that it's impossible to groom properly an Igbo man to take the cloak of the Fulani and become so endeared to Fulani to be given the slot of the presidency. If we think that way, then I think we are still idiots, because that is an impossibility. It is an impossibility because people who have kept you down for a very long time are psychologically prepared always to defend themselves against you rising to a position of authority. And the best they can give to you is the function of a sort of a class prefect. That is what I call our governors. The principal is there, and then there are the children who are the citizens of the state. The happenings, the recent happenings in Imo State is clear to everybody that you must belong to the cronies of the ruling cabal before you are made a governor, a senator. Of course, there are few exceptions, but they are in the minority. So, when people talk about 2023 election and talk about the Igbo participation, Biafra participation in 2023, I ask a very pertinent question. What has elections got to do with the fact that there are people in our land ravaging our forests, killing our women and daughters, raping them, shooting farmers, rampaging here and there? What is the connection between election and these things? It is about time that we start talking about the agenda to dominate the Biafrans, the agenda to dominate other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. That should be the narrative. And until we get that thing into our skull, we will be deceiving ourselves. Like I said at the beginning, the church in Nigeria, especially in this part of Nigeria, in the southern part of Nigeria, is beginning to rise to the occasion. Of course, the effort is still not enough. But until it is now spoken from pulpits across board that there is insecurity in the land and that there is need for us to defend ourselves, until that thing is done, we will keep on deluding ourselves, thinking that probably there is hope for a better Nigeria. Of course, we know that sustaining Nigeria is simply postponing the evil day. Nigeria eventually will collapse. You can take it to anywhere. Nigeria is some failed state eventually survived. But the indices of failure of Nigeria is so glaring, and there is no hope, little or no hope. The different ethnic nationalities in Nigeria are ready to kiss Nigeria goodbye. So when I see people who are called respected, they could be respected politicians, they could be respected churchmen, they could be whatever. When we live in the hope that Nigeria will one day be remedied, we are living a pipe dream. So for 2023, well, if Nigeria should survive up to 2023, the normal scenario is going to play out. Ballot box is snatched, people killed, some people hacked to death, election rigged, false result proclaimed, Supreme Court declared some irrelevant people governors, and so on. That is the scenario. So let us not keep deceiving ourselves. When people are ready to leave a union that is suffocating, I think the best we in the church can do is to support them. Of course, the church is not, the church does not always play the politics of states. That is not the church does not play the politics of state. Uh, but there is a state-church relationship that always exists. Now, if someone is manipulating that relationship, I think it will be foolish on the part of the church to sit by and watch Christians murdered in the name of keeping Nigeria one, Christians hacked to death, communities sacked in the name of keeping Nigeria one, and in the name of saying that Christ preached peace. Christ is a man of peace, but the church can only exist in a state. And when there is no state but an Islamic state, there is no place for the church in such a state. And if we don't take proactive steps, what happened in North Africa is bound to happen. It is just necessary. When the Umayyad Empire began infiltrating North Africa from Spain and from the south, from Saudi Arabia, people were preaching peace until eventually the whole of North Africa was overrun. Do you not know that the bones of St. Augustine, St. Cyprian of Alexandria, Origen, Tertullian, all these great men of the early church are now beneath some of the great mosques of North Africa? That is because the Christians of that era chose the pacifist stance. God will intervene. Christ will do it for us. Christ has a way of protecting his people, and so on. The church has defended herself in the past. In Italy, there is the Battle of Lepanto, where it is alleged, it is said, and we believe that the Virgin Mary helped the church fight against invaders. But if he fought with an army, the church had to fight with an army. I am not advocating violence, but no one's, of course, I preach to people because they come to church. But if we sit back and keep watching and keep telling our people that all is well, a time will come when all the churches will become mosques.
And you remember that such thing also took place in Turkey.
In Turkey.
In Turkey.
Yes.
Yeah. Where there is no existence of Christianity
Of
in Turkey today. Thank you very much, Father. Now, Mazijo, coming from what Reverend Father Moses said, you know, people are killed in the farms, they are slaughtered in their homes, they are kidnapped. You talk, they target a hate speech. You talk on the radio, DSS will invite you. I mean, no one is safe anywhere in Nigeria any longer. And in such situation, some group of people are still saying and believing that they are building new Nigeria in the name of preaching peace. Not that anyone is advocating for violence, but in such situation, how can someone still believe that Nigeria will still remain one?
Thank you. You know, Nigeria, according to some people, will tell you that there is nothing like Nigeria, and nobody believes in Nigeria. Nobody believes in Nigeria. Even that person that is preaching to you that 2023, I will do this, I will do that. If that person that person himself did not believe in Nigeria, because nobody is a Nigerian. If those people that are preaching to you believes in Nigeria, why not? Why their children are blood scouring? Why they are taking their medications are blood? Why all these things? But they still believe and they still preach Nigeria to you, and some gullible one still believe in them in those their preachings. Look,
Thank you. Okay.
let me come in a bit. Coming to issue of 2023 presidency at times you hear some people saying Igbo presidency, hear Ojo Zokaro, you hear this one shouting, all of them, my vision has been crushed by this one, this happened, they have done this one to me. Let me tell you, talking about Igbo presidency is just, if is just to have somebody with a lead cap in Asolok. The person is not going to do anything because you can't do magic there. Let me tell you, you can't go into the kingdom of darkness and that is enter into the kingdom of darkness and sit down, balance, and they want to tell me that you are now going to going to go there and bring something out and salvage something, salvage that kingdom. Nigeria is a kingdom of darkness. Nigeria is a kingdom. When you talk of kingdom of darkness, there's no how you can salvage it. Only the best thing is to tear it. That is to tear it down. That is to tear it down completely, so that everybody will start on his own. Then we start afresh. We start to build our own praises, our own country. Because there is no how you be telling somebody shouting Igbo presidency. It's just to have, as I have already said, just to have someone with a lead cap inside the Asolok. But that person will be manipulating by the Fulanis. That person will be manipulating by all these cabals, because those cabals, they have already know what they are getting in this country called Nigeria. They know what they have. Let me tell you, whatever you have in this country, call it a business empire, call it a company, call it one thing or the other, all these cabals have hand in it. All of them. And there is no how you can establish any business in this country without having a cabal. Without having a cabal having hand in it. If they didn't have hand in it, they will destroy that your vision. That's why having somebody in our Solok with a lead cap cannot give us what we want. What will give us what we want is total liberation, total separation, to make sure that we separate from ourselves from this thing. Look, let me tell you, Donald Trump cannot live together with Osama bin Laden in one country, and that country will work. How can it be possible? It can't be possible. How can you bring me with a terrorist living together?
But they say they are the terrorists, just with flag. A terrorist, just give me freedom, and they tag you a terrorist.
Yeah, they tag us terrorists, but I know that I am not a terrorist. I understand me now. But you know one thing. If you want to kill a dog, you give him a bad name. I understand me now. To kill that dog, that is one thing there. But to us, we know that why they are doing all these things is to draw attention of the world that is to move against us. But I thank God for what happened. Immediately they said that we're terrorists. The whole world power say these people are not terrorists. But coming to the other side of it, those people that call you terrorists, they are the original terrorists. They are the original terrorists. That's why they, one thing.
And the world proved it by saying that Nigeria is a terrorist country.
Yeah. One thing, when you see a madman, one man will first of all call you a madman. He is the first thing that will call you are mad. Okay, because he wanted to do what? He wanted to defend himself. That they always in the defense side. Those people call themselves Nigeria. Okay, they always in the defense side.
Because of time, I will still come back to you.
Yeah.
Father, we Biafrans today, or indigenous people of Biafra today, have a counter narrative to the former narrative that, before they were saying that indigenous people of Biafra, that they are terrorists, they are separatists, they are secessionists. But from what we are observing in Nigeria today, from what is really unfolding as an insecurity and other challenges, we can see that the uproar has gone across the four geographical zones in demanding for separation. No one is even talking about restructuring again, because they have seen it that life of everyone living with Fulani man or the present government is at stake. And you can see that today that Mazen Nandekano and IPOB has been vindicated. They are, they are no longer the only people agitating for separation or for final settlement or final resolution about Nigeria. We can even see some Yorubas coming up for resolution now, and we've seen also in the south west they have Omoteku now, which they even refuse that the IG of police cannot even head the Omoteku. So does that have that proven the Biafrans or indigenous people of Biafra right?
Thank you very much. Again, I would want to make a point that will lead me to attempting your question. People have to know that when you say that Biafrans are secessionists, I want to use the word aggressive for freedom. That is who we are. In my book, I made the slave trade. Of course, there are a number of factors that led to the eventual abandonment of slave trade in the first place. That eventually led to slavery becoming unpopular and its eventual collapse were led by slaves that were picked from the Biafran enclave. So we are people who can never be enslaved. It will take it could take a number of years, but eventually at the end of the day, Biafrans are unenslavable. And it is funny because the Fulanis have also a mantra that they cannot meet a people they cannot overrun. And then they are meeting now for the first time in their history a people that also have a mantra that they are unenslavable. If Toussaint Louverture led an army of ragtag slaves to overrun the plantations in Haiti and chase away the slavers and made Haiti a free country. If that man is taken from the Biafran enclave, if Nat Turner in Virginia in the Nat Turner War was able to send terror across board in the whole of the American slave society, if Busa of Belize, Busa of Barbados, was able to organize his people and make a statement that we are unenslavable, I think that the Fulanese are not educated enough to know what they are up against. I am taught, I am trained to preach peace. That is my basic training as a Catholic priest. But I am also trained to defend the oppressed, to defend the cause of justice. And in the light of this circumstance in Nigeria, there is injustice against the Biafrans and other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. And as a result of that, people are beginning to rise. Now, Biafra rose in the 60s and was suppressed. Part of the people that helped, that we are fooled, that we are deceived into suppressing Biafra, are the same people today that are joining voice with Biafra to say that enough is enough for Nigeria. I thank God for the Yorubas of late. Of course, the days of Azikiwe and Awu, who were the founders of Nigeria, who were the founding fathers of Nigeria, is long gone. Those men fought, but they were also deceived by the same people who had a program, an agenda of enslaving everybody. You saw the video of American intelligence that you either convert or you leave. You have option. You either convert or you leave. And we have decided not to convert and not to leave. That is to say that there is bound to be clash if the Fulanese want it that way. But I plead with them not to dare let the situation come to that. So when you hear the people from the so-called middle belt Nigeria begin to clamor, of course, I wouldn't say they brought it upon themselves. They were simply deceived into believing that the Igbo man, the Biafran, were their problem. Those of them in the West, of course, that raised the likes of Adekunle, Black Scorpion, and so on, and boasted to have decimated the Biafrans, are today seeing reason with the same thing Biafra saw many years ago. And even the coup that led to labeling the Igbos killers, the Igbo coup, so-called, was in defense of the Yoruba land, truth be told. So I want to thank God for the enlightenment he has wrought through Nnamdi Kanu. That consistency from 2012 till now has yielded the proper result that everybody has begun to see Nigeria for the failure it is. Thank you.
You're welcome, Father. We will not wrap up this program without touching the MNA Enugu saga. You know, in Nigeria, we have the government who is unable to fight insurgency. We have the military who does not have weapon when it comes to go and fight insurgency. But coming to civilians, people who are having their meetings, people who gather together to pray, people who just go about their own business without carrying arms. We see the military coming out with all manner of military gadgets to fight against these individuals. And we saw what took place, the bloodshed that those who supposed to be our security, our security, those the government who's supposed to protect the people, and even in as much as these same people who still want people to come and vote for them, after voting for them they kill you. Look at what happened in Kogi State last time. They will kill both the INEC officials, both the people that voted, and they will do all manner of things. And look at what just took place in Enugu on Sunday. Why are these people unable to fight insurgency? Why are they killing civilians? Why are they killing people who are just constitutionally right to agitate for their self-determination?
Thank you once again. I want you to understand, to see this from the point of view that Biafra is not a non-entity. When you mention Biafra and people try to research, the definition is a country that existed between 1967 and 1960 that tried to fight our way to independence from Nigeria and eventually were stopped. That is the basic definition of Biafra for the layperson. Now, the idea that a people was able to hold the almighty Nigeria with the support they got from the international community then down for those 3 years is something that took the world by storm. And then, from that time on, the Biafran story has been that you don't have to mention it at all. So, when the Fulani headsmen, whatever, one OPC if OPC begins to gather in the manner that the Yorubas are presenting themselves now, what happened to the attack the IPOB is getting will also be extended to them. They have not, once you organize to pull out of a country in Africa, you will get this result. They will try to stop you. So that MNA Enugu incident is just a way of sending fear wave into the people. They have used all the methods available, all the antics in the book to try to stop Biafrans. They have used every method. They have even tried to use the church without success anyway. So The only thing left now is to use state violence to stop this movement. And that Enugu incident is just an exemplar of what they will do if you gather. What they will do if you gather. And that is a condemnable act. Even the haters of IPOB has reason to say that was inhuman. That was wrong. That is condemnable. Of course, there are people the members of IPOB are still expecting to make press statements or hold press conferences on that. But the level of response so far is encouraging because people have seen injustice for what it is. They want to overrun this land. And IPOB is the only link, is the only barrier stopping them from overrunning. IPOB is full of able-bodied men who could check this advance, even though they have no weapon. The IPOB have army of intelligent people, journalists who keep telling the world what is happening. IPOB have people of prayer like us who kneel down to pray for the restoration of Biafra every day. So they are afraid of IPOB because IPOB means no to the Fulani agenda. That is why that thing happened in Enugu. It will happen any other place that IPOB is gathered. But they want to use Enugu as a test board to see whether or not the fear they have struck on the people, because from April, they started bringing in people, the militia we saw. They started unloading them in our towns and in our forests. And with the Enugu incident, they wanted to test to see whether the fear they have instilled in the people had worked. But I tell you, it has not worked. I am asking the government to please allow IPOB to meet in the open. Because if IPOB does not meet in the open, they become more dangerous. And that is why we in the church has to join our voice and condemn that incident in Enugu. We have to. It is our duty. These people are human beings. Unfortunately, someone told me in a very naive tone, you can imagine such flimsy thing. When there are people in the forest,
what about those people?
When that people in the church could be overrun at any time?
That's what the killings in Southern Kaduna, even the ones that have happened in Benue and other north east, are they not people in the church that they have been killing, bombing churches, killing people in hundreds and thousands?
Once they have installed this fear, the next stage will be to stop the church, and it is easy to do. Yeah. To stop the church, instill fear, bomb 2 churches in the southeast, and everybody will go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Father. So, Mazi, kindly remind us your name and then your final words to our viewers and lovers of freedom all over the world.
Okay, my name remains Joel, Mazi Joel Obuchi. What I want to say concerning we Biafrans is we don't know whom we are. If we actually know whom we are, all these things that are happening around us will not be happening, because the problem is that we don't know whom we are. There is something my brother Reverend Father said concerning these people invading our land. They have come many years ago. According to the history, even our reader said it time without number, that in 1804, when they are coming in Lower Benue, only says a fly stopped them. Only says a fly stopped them. They went back and said that what stopped them is a thick forest, something like that. They don't know what they mean by that. So what am I trying to say? Now they are trying to come again. IPOB led by Mazin and they can emerge. That means a lot. It means that this God, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, whom we serve, he loves us so much. And he no want us to be dominated by any people. That's why he lays this army. No, IPOB is a mighty army. People don't know. Though even those politicians that are talking about one Nigeria, talking about 2023, they don't know what they have. If they know what they have, oh, they wouldn't have going the way they are going.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Here we're going to wrap it up. But in a nutshell, it means that Mazin Nadekano and IPOB has really broken the jinx of divide and rule. They have broken the jinx of that fear. That's why you can see people today, they'll come out boldly on television, make videos, and talk about the corruption in Nigeria, even mention people or even mention the governors who are sponsoring insurgency in Nigeria. These are the things that Mazin Nadekano and IPOB has done. And I thank God that today, even the Hausas, the Middle Belters, the Yorubas that